is a woman who ended up with permanent brain damage.
Where them kicks at? Where them hands? Where them holes? Where them throws? You know what I'm saying? Cecil.
I was looking at the Soto YaDig channel, and they were talking about this was the doctor who was dancing while doing surgery on people, being totally disrespectful. And one of her patients is a woman who ended up with permanent brain damage. And the host of the Soto YaDig, whose name escapes me at this moment, he was saying that he does not blame the fiance of that woman who ended up with the brain damage, she's pretty much paralyzed and is going to need, round the clock care, $13 million care for the rest of her life. He doesn't blame him for leaving her, because she got plastic surgery that he didn't want her to get, that he didn't feel like she needed to get. She got it because she felt like she wanted to improve herself. And ultimately, when she got this risky surgery from the unlicensed surgeon who was being criticized in the Soto YaDig video, she did something that ended up screwing herself up for the rest of her life. And he said, since they were not married yet, he doesn't fault the guy for leaving. And I can sort of see that. I can see it either way. I would feel like, honestly, that should be a coin toss, especially if she was super duper duper hard headed. I mean, depending on how the rest of the relationship had gone, if she was one of those types that was super duper hard headed the whole time, and then, oh my goodness, she goes and gets herself paralyzed, I could see him just going, I've had enough. I'll throw my hands up in the air. But if he wants to do the martyrly, saintly thing and say, you know what, I love her, I'm going to stay with her, I can see him doing that too. But of course, there were some viewers who were saying they can't understand why he would leave her. And to me, it seemed like it was more of female viewers trying to understand why he would leave her, because she was just trying to do something to improve herself, for herself, to make herself feel better. He should understand that more. So it made me think of this phenomenon in the martial arts. I don't know how common this is, but it's something that could happen, and it's something that I could have done to myself. So I decided I need content. I'm going to do this martial arts spin on this thing to get, so I think if I say what I'm going to say, it's going to get females to understand what I'm talking about. So let's say it was me, or just any guy who is not a professional martial artist. They have a day job. They already have some success in their career. Okay? But they want to participate in a full contact tournament. Now, not just like, oh, it's Kyokushin, or it's judo, or it's, it's WTF Taekwondo, or even amateur boxing. This is something. Now, I could pick on cage fighting, but let's say for some reason it's beyond cage fighting. What? I don't know, but it's beyond cage fighting. It is a type of full contact, no holds barred tournament that is so dangerous that people are regularly known to die from it. This tournament or league, whatever it is, has been on the news, and it's been criticized, and it's a known fact that if you go to this particular unlicensed league, 10% of the people who participate in that league die. Okay? It's as risky as bad surgical procedures, as unlicensed Botox procedures, as unlicensed liposuction. Being in that tournament carries that kind of risk where you could get paralyzed or die. Now, if a man, a lot of martial artists participate in tournaments and things like that because feel like we want to improve ourselves. We want to better ourselves. And typically the woman says, I don't want you to be in that type of full contact, dangerous tournament. You could hurt yourself. Now, let's say she's engaged to the guy he wants to do this. So if he goes against her wishes, she's saying, no, Please. She's pulling on him, crying and everything. No, don't. Don't do it. If you do it, I'll leave you. Don't get in this tournament. You don't need to get in this tournament. And, okay, let's get this. He's not going to get paid to be in this tournament either. He is, in fact, he's paying to be in the tournament. He's paying $50,000 to be in the tournament for the privilege of saying, I participated in this super dangerous fighting league tournament. So let's see, super dangerous SDFL tournament, the super dangerous fighting league, the SDFL. And if you do it, you know for certain that your technique is the ultimate because you survived the SDFL. And he participates. You're engaged to the guy, lady. He participates. He's paralyzed for life. All he can do is blink and breathe. How would you feel about that? Wouldn't you be mad at him? Might you even be tempted to say, you know what? I'm going to leave. What if he'd already been injured in 5 other tournaments? That weren't that one, but other ones where he got broken arm, broken leg, he got partially paralyzed and had to come back and be rehabilitated from that. You know, blind or whatever. He's already limping or something. He already has to take painkillers, and then he's going to come around and participate in the SDFL. Super Deadly Fighting League Tournament. I think that's what I said. How would you feel about that? The way you would feel about that is the same way that a lot of men feel about women getting $50,000 or more or even less to get plastic surgery that we don't even want you to get. Let me give you a hint, ladies. If we are dating you, we like the way that you look, the way that you are. Most of us, if we feel like you're gaining too much weight, if we feel like you have too little weight, if we feel like something is too big, if we feel like something is too small, we will tell you. Okay? Now, if it's something's too big, too small, too fat, too tall, whatever, if it's some kind of natural thing that you can't really do anything about it with your body, then you got a decision to make. You going to stay with this guy who has a problem with this, or you going to leave? But most men, especially if they love you enough to propose, they're going to marry you. They like you the way that you look at the time that they're asking you to, they're on one knee. So just think about that. Getting that liposuction is just like a man participating in a super dangerous sport unnecessarily just to make himself feel good. So if you want to know what it feels like, it's just like that. Some guy participating in an unnecessary martial arts tournament or, some form of football that you don't get paid for. Now, I've always said, I understand people taking weirdo risks. If you're going to get 10 mil out of it or something, now, I could fight Mike Tyson, be like, okay, Mike, just stay away from my face. Or if you hit me, just make it fast, Mike, make it fast. I'll take a couple of minutes, just make it fast, and I want my teeth afterwards, okay? If I got to learn to chew again, that's okay, but I need my teeth, I need my eyes, okay? And I need to be able to breathe. But if you can just hit me right here on stomach 5, I know you can, Mike, then we can work it out. You see what I'm saying? Put it in that context. That's how we feel about you getting plastic surgery that we know that you do not need. Okay, so thanks for watching this video. Like, comment, subscribe. Please share this with people like to talk about the martial arts and current events. And peace.